Welcome to MoneydocuTV, a channel dedicated to entrepreneurs who risked it all to create today's most iconic brands. Let's get started. In this video, we're going to delve into the fascinating story of the poor boy who burned his paintings to stay warm. Pablo Picasso and his success story. One of the most well-known painters of the 20th century, Pablo Picasso was not raised in a wealthy or privileged environment. He did not have an easy life, and his path to becoming a well-known figure in the art world was paved with difficulties, sacrifices, and an unwavering enthusiasm for creating. Picasso's tenacity is seen in the tale of the impoverished child who destroyed his paintings to remain warm, as well as in the hardships that many aspiring artists must overcome. How did Picasso rise to become the 20th century's most renowned artist? What distinguishes it today? Pablo Diego Jose Francisco. He was given the full name Juan Nepomuceno Mara de los Remedios Cipriano de la Santísima Trinidad Ruiz y Picasso, when he was born in the Spanish city of Malaga on October 25, 1881. He was the firstborn child of Mara Picasso y Lopez and painter and art educator Jose Ruiz y Blasco. It was evident that Picasso was gifted with his father's creative ability from a young age. He finished the first of his oil paintings, La Picador, which featured a bullfight when he was just 7 years old. Despite Picasso's early creative talent, his family did not live a life of luxury. They were of poor resources, and the birth of Lola, Picasso's younger sister, in 1884 made their financial condition much more difficult. The young artist's formative years would be profoundly impacted by the family's struggles to make ends meet and the harsh reality of poverty. Picasso's inventiveness and creative spirit were spurred by need as a result of his upbringing in this atmosphere of economic struggle. He mastered the art of creating with whatever supplies he could find, frequently utilizing leftover paper and junk to create his canvases and tools. As he created novel approaches and aesthetics that transformed the art world, this resourcefulness would eventually come to define his artistic style. Additionally, Picasso's early years of struggle to support himself gave him a sense of resolve and resiliency that could be used well during his career. He was able to traverse the difficult and sometimes turbulent world of art because of this resiliency, which was created out of hardship. As a result, he went on to become one of the most important and well-known painters of the 20th century. Picasso's family relocated to Barcelona, a vibrant center of culture in Spain, in 1895. Here, the young Pablo Picasso started to engage himself in the thriving art environment and experiment with many styles and methods. He briefly studied at the Royal Academy of Fine Arts of San Fernando in Madrid, but he soon grew bored with the school's approach to teaching painting. Picasso was eager to explore new ideas and break away from the limitations of academic painting. The fact that Picasso relocated to Paris in 1900 was one of the turning points in his early career. Picasso would find fresh ideas, motivation, and a community of other artists in Paris, the hub of the art world, where these things would all come together to form his creative vision. In Paris, Picasso's life was characterized by sharp contrasts. He was an artist who was on the verge of glory, yet his living circumstances were anything but opulent. He resided in a run-down studio in the center of the artistic Montmartre neighborhood that radiated charm but lacked basic amenities. For artists who were struggling like Picasso, the winters in Paris were particularly difficult and posed many difficulties. The story that he burned his paintings to remain warm first surfaced during these dark times. This story shows both his financial difficulties and his everlasting commitment to his work. Picasso considered the act of burning his art as a practical way of survival rather than a terrible loss. It exhibited his tenacity and fortitude in the face of difficulty. Picasso's style experienced a significant transition in 1907 with the onset of the so-called African period. Picasso's work developed a more geometric and abstract aspect as a result of his inspiration from African art and masks. This was the first step in the creation of his distinctive and groundbreaking style, afterward known as Cubism. Cubism questioned conventional ideas of perspective and representation by breaking down objects and figures into geometric shapes and portraying them from several angles at once. Picasso's revolutionary works did not instantly make him wealthy and well-known. He kept having money problems and frequently exchanged his paintings for food or art supplies. Despite these difficulties, Picasso remained committed to his work and kept expanding the possibilities for creative expression. He cooperated with prominent intellectuals and artists of the period, such as Gertrude Stein, Guillaume Apollinaire, and Georges Braque, all of whom had a significant influence on the direction of his work. Picasso's painting of Les Demoiselles d'Avignon in 1907 was a turning point in his professional life. Cubism began with this provocative and groundbreaking artwork of 5 naked ladies with twisted and angular outlines. It surprised and captivated the art world because it represented a drastic break from accepted creative norms. Now that Picasso's work was getting the respect it deserved, people started to take notice of him as a groundbreaking artist. The Cubist ideas were developed and expanded upon by Picasso throughout the ensuing years. Analytical Cubism, which is distinguished by its fragmented and abstract renderings of objects and people, is the result of his partnership with Georges Braque. As a result of his work being seen in renowned galleries, he started to get commissions from affluent clients. Picasso maintained his passionate independence and dedication to his creative vision despite his newfound popularity. Picasso's Guernica, which was produced in response to the bombardment of the Spanish town of Guernica during the Spanish Civil War, is one of his most well-known pieces. With its striking and menacing images, this massive painting became a representation of anti-war emotion and a sign of the artist's involvement in social and political issues. Picasso produced an incredible amount of art during his lifetime. He created many works in several media, including pottery, sculpture, and paintings. In addition to his creative accomplishments, Picasso's personal life was characterized by a string of unhappy marriages and relationships. His relationships with women like Françoise Guillet, Dora Maar, and Fernande Olivier frequently inspired his writing and served as both a source of inspiration and emotional torment. Picasso's popularity did not come without controversy and criticism. Others questioned the veracity of his latter work, while some called him nothing more than a provocateur. Nevertheless, his effect on the art world was unmistakable, and future generations of artists continue to be influenced by him. Pablo Picasso's life and work are potent examples of the everlasting force of imagination and tenacity. Starting as the impoverished kid who burned his paintings for heat, he turned himself into a towering icon of 20th century art by unshakable determination, invention, and a willingness to challenge expectations. At the age of 91, Pablo Picasso passed away in 1973, leaving behind a legacy that has shaped the world of art and served as an inspiration to many others. His works are displayed on the walls of galleries and museums all over the world, and his name is a byword for artistic brilliance. A young Pablo Picasso's unbreakable spirit blossomed in the face of hardship, sparking a legacy that would forever alter the art world. We really hope you enjoyed today's video. The poor boy burned his paintings to stay warm. Pablo Picasso and his success story. Be sure to leave a like and comment below on what you loved about our video. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss another great video. Until next time, we look forward to seeing you in our next video. Remember, no dream is too big.